Well, hello everybody. I know I'm late getting my video out today. Been having to go through and try to clean out my computer. It got to the point where I couldn't fit anything else on here. I could not even record another video. It wouldn't even let me do that. Anyways, just watched a news briefing on WJHL. Came out 12 hours ago, and probably some of you have already seen it and heard about it, but evidently they have done a news briefing about Don and Candus and the post that they put on the Wells family page about where DCS is not allowing them to have any contact whatsoever with the boys. They've not letting them talk to them, not letting them see them. When they've reached out to the lawyer that has been appointed to them for that specific family case, they've not gotten back in contact with Don and Candus. And the very last point that they make is they have nobody, not Hawkins County, not DCS, nobody has filed any charges against them. So what is their reasoning for not letting Don and Candus see or talk to the boys? Now, yes, I do understand what everybody thinks and what everybody assumes and presumes. I know what the theories are, but think of it this way, guys. One thing or another, Hawkins County is either going to have to, they're going to have to either do something, they're going to have to either file some kind of charges against Don and Candus, or CPS has got to give the boys back. Now, I'm just saying, unless there's way more out there, proof or evidence or whatever that they're really not letting out of the bag, which I can't see it going this far, this long without somebody knowing something about them possibly getting charged with something. And if there are charges that are pending or that can be filed, Hawkins County is going to have to do it soon, like ASAP, before any kind of lawsuit or anything gets filed against the whole county and the state. I mean, even the court-appointed lawyer would be telling them, hey, they've got this, this, and this against you. And in that case, I don't see Don and Candus getting on YouTube or the news or their website or anything else throwing such a big fit, throwing a tantrum because they're not getting to see their kids, because in that case, they would already know why they weren't getting to see them. With Don and Candus going public the way they're going about them not getting to see their kids, they are literally backing Hawkins County and Child Protective Services in a corner. Like I said, either Hawkins County is going to have to charge them for something, whether it be over summer, over the boys, or over some old thing that's in the past, or CPS is going to have to come up with a legitimate reason why they are not allowing them to have contact with the boys. Now, the rules and regulations of the state of Tennessee are that if you go for a certain length of time, and I'm not going to quote how many months it is because I've had the argument before, but after you go so many months without any kind of contact with your children, if they are in state's custody, and you do not attempt to get a hold of them, you do not try to see them, you don't have anything to do with them, parental rights can be terminated for abandonment. But as long as the parents are attempting to make contact with the children, they cannot be accused of abandoning their children. So CPS, if they can't come up with any charges for Hawkins County to file against the Wells, the only choice they have is to start reunifying the boys with their parents. And if that happens, then that is CPS admitting that they didn't have a reason to take them in the first place and that they have kept them away from them all this time without contact for no reason. And in that case, Don and Candus still have a lawsuit on their hands because they can sue them for all the emotional and mental trauma that they have went through by them keeping the boys from them. If they do not let them have the boys back, and they still continue to keep the children from them without any charges being filed by anyone, guess what? Don and Candus have a lawsuit on their hands. They can still sue the state of Tennessee for keeping their children from them. So CPS is up a creek without a paddle, even if whether they give the boys back or whether they don't. The only thing that's going to be able to keep that lawsuit from happening, if the Wells get a decent attorney, that is if somebody, Hawkins County, CPS, somebody files charges against Don and Candus. So you all may not agree with me, but I'm telling you that is reality. Two choices here. CPS, Hawkins County, one or the other have to file charges against Don and Candus for something that will validate the reason why they have kept these kids from them. And if they don't, whether they keep the kids or give the kids back, Don and Candus, if they hire a good attorney, have a lawsuit against the state of Tennessee. That's just the way it is, guys. Check with lawyers. You'll find out I'm right. I'll see you on the next video.